The Texas sun blazes over endless fields of dust and cattle. The 6,666 ranch isn't just land, it's legend. A place where every hoofbeat tells a story of survival, and every cowboy fights for respect. But when Teeter steps into this world, nothing will ever be the same again. The 6,666 ranch, known across the country as a kingdom of cowboys, is not a place for the weak. Its fences stretch for miles, its cattle are some of the toughest in the world, and the men who work it are hardened by fire, sweat, and storms. It's the kind of land that demands everything from those who dare to call it home. And into this unforgiving place rides Teeter, a voice unlike any other, a woman with grit carved into every word she speaks. She doesn't walk onto the 6,666 looking for comfort. She walks onto it with something to prove. This story opens with wide shots of Texas plains, where the wind is dry and sharp, carrying the sound of distant cattle and the crack of whips. Teeter steps off a dusty truck, her boots sinking into the earth that thousands of ranch hands before her have bled and broken themselves upon. She is not from here. She knows it. And so does everyone watching her arrival. In a place where outsiders are measured by their calluses, Teeter's journey will begin with eyes on her, filled with doubt. At the ranch, the cowboys pause their work to look at her. She doesn't flinch. Teeter isn't one to back down from stares or whispers. The silence around her arrival is heavy, like the moment before a storm breaks. She doesn't care about approval, she cares about the work. And that, more than anything, will set her apart in Texas. But Teeter's path isn't simply about earning a paycheck or finding a bed under a ranch roof. The 6,666 holds a reputation bigger than Yellowstone itself. This is where legends are forged and scars are earned. Teeter knows what she left behind at Yellowstone, the trust of her friends, the loyalty of Rip, and the chance to prove herself among people who already understood her rough edges. But here, every step forward is a challenge. The land won't forgive weakness. The men won't forgive mistakes. And Teeter has no intention of failing. The trailer swells with the sound of pounding hooves and roaring cattle. We see flashes of her riding, clinging to a wild horse that wants nothing more than to throw her off. We see dirt, sweat, and blood, reminders that this isn't just a ranch. It's a trial by fire. Teeter's accent and rough talk may confuse some, but her determination speaks louder than words. She's not here to blend in, she's here to survive. The narrator's voice lowers with intensity, reminding us, at the 6,666, the land doesn't care who you are. You either earn your place or you're gone. Teeter is not like anyone else who's ever worked this land. At Yellowstone, she was known for her sharp tongue, her raw humor, and the way she could turn a fight into laughter or a brawl into loyalty. But here, at the 6,666, her voice is strange to the men around her. Some smirk, others shake their heads, and a few openly wonder why she's even there. To them, she's not just an outsider, she's an intruder in a world that values silence, sweat, and tradition. Yet Teeter has never been afraid of standing out. She rides into work with her head high, the brim of her hat pulled low, ready for the challenge. The first job she's given is no small task, cutting cattle from the herd. This is a skill that takes patience, timing, and nerves of steel. The men around her are waiting for her to fail. They whisper baits under their breath, watching her every move, but Teeter doesn't crack. She leans forward in her saddle, eyes narrowed, her whole body tuned to the rhythm of the animal beneath her. The scene grows tense. A massive steer breaks away, running wild through the dust. The cowboys hold back, expecting Teeter to lose control, to fall behind, to show them she doesn't belong. But she doesn't. Teeter digs in her heels, pushes her horse forward, and rides hard into the chaos. Dust flies, the ground shakes, and for a moment it looks like the steer might win. But Teeter doesn't give up. With a sharp turn and a stubborn grip, she drives the animal back into line, proving to everyone watching that she's more than just talk. The air is thick with silence after her ride. No one cheers, no one claps. But in that silence is respect, grudging, hidden, and unspoken, but it's there. Teeter doesn't need words. Her work speaks louder than anything she could say. Later that night, around the bunkhouse, the men test her again, not with cattle, but with their stares and their silence. They don't invite her into their circle. They don't offer friendship. But Teeter isn't here for comfort. She sharpens her knife, cleans her boots, and smirks as if she knows their doubt is just another hurdle she crush. She's been underestimated her whole life, and every time, she's come out stronger. But the 6,666 is not just about hard work and tough men. It's about survival in a place that has broken many before her. As the wind howls outside and coyotes cry in the distance, Teeter understands one truth. This ranch is alive, and it tests everyone who touches it. She may have proven herself on the first day, but the real battle is only beginning. The narrator's voice cuts in again, steady and strong. Respect at the 6,666 isn't given. It's taken, one fight, one ride, one scar at a time. And in that moment, the trailer makes it clear Teeter isn't just here to work. She's here to carve her name into Texas dirt, no matter how many try to push her out. The 6,666 is more than just a ranch. It's a proving ground. Every rider, every worker, every scar tells a story of someone who gave more than they thought they had. And for Teeter, proving herself once isn't enough. Every sunrise brings a new test. Every sunset leaves behind new bruises. The men who ride alongside her don't forget her victories, but they don't forgive them either. For them, the ranch is a brotherhood, and Teeter is still an outsider clawing at the edges. One cowboy, tall and sharp-eyed, makes it his mission to remind her of it. He doesn't shout or curse. His weapon is doubt. In the corral, he mutters, "Not everyone belongs here." The words hang in the air like smoke, heavy and unshakable. Others nod silently, their glances cold, their silence louder than any insult. Teeter hears it all, but she doesn't flinch. She's too stubborn, too proud, and too seasoned to back down now. But the land itself is harsher than their words. A storm rolls over the plains one evening, tearing across the sky with thunder that shakes the ground. The cattle panic, breaking fences, scattering into the darkness. The cowboys saddle up fast, riding into the night to bring them back. Teeter is there too, her face streaked with rain and mud, her horse fighting against the wind. This is the kind of night that separates the weak from the strong. In the flash of lightning, a steer charges toward her, its horns cutting the air. She doesn't turn away. She holds her ground, guiding her horse with raw instinct, forcing the animal back toward the herd. The danger is real. The stakes are high. And in that storm, Teeter shows that she's not just surviving, she's thriving in the chaos. Yet, as dawn breaks and the cattle are rounded, the real storm is still inside the bunkhouse. The men don't thank her. They don't admit her worth. Instead, they tighten their circle, whispering about how long she lasts. Respect here is not earned in a single night. It's earned in scars, in years, in silence. Teeter knows this. But she also knows something they don't. She doesn't need their approval. She needs their trust. And trust is only built in fire. The camera cuts to moments of quiet struggle. Teeter tending her horse's wounds, Teeter patching her own cuts. In the dim light of a lantern, Teeter staring across the Texas plains with a look that says she won't back down. Not now, not ever. Over these images, the narrator's voice builds. At the 6,666, the fight isn't just against the land. It's against each other. But there is something darker lurking beneath the dust and sweat of the ranch. Whispers of land disputes, old grudges, and dangerous secrets echo through the hallways. Teeter doesn't know it yet, but she is stepping into a war that's been burning in Texas for generations. The cowboys aren't just riding for cattle, they're riding for survival, for legacy, for power. And in this fight, every ally matters, every enemy counts, and one wrong move could mean the end of everything. The screen cuts to black. The sound of spurs on wood echoing in silence. Then the narrator's voice returns, sharp and final. At the 6,666, belonging comes at a price. And Teeter is about to find out how high that price really is. The sun sets on the white Texas plains, painting the sky in red and gold. For a moment, the 6,666 looks almost calm. But beneath that beauty lies something dangerous, something restless. Teeter has begun to carve her place here, but the deeper she steps into the ranch's world, the more she senses that everything isn't. As it seems, late one night, when the bunkhouse is quiet and the men have turned in, Teeter wanders past the barns. The air is still, the only sound a lone horse snorting in the dark. Then she hears it, hushed voices, low and urgent, hidden in the shadows. She can't see who it is, but their words send a chill down her spine. Land deals, secrets, threats. This isn't the simple life of cattle and death she thought she was stepping into. The 6,666 holds its own kind of power, and people are willing to fight, even kill, to keep it. From that moment, Teeter knows she's caught in something far bigger than proving herself as a ranch hand. She's caught in a storm of lies, rivalries, and danger that runs deep into Texas soil. And the worst part, she doesn't know who to trust. The very cowboys riding beside her by day could be the same men plotting in the dark by night. The trailer cuts to quick flashes a hand, reaching for a gun. A cattle stampede roaring through the night. A fight breaking out in the corral, Teeter shouting against the wind, her face fierce and unyielding. The music builds, fast and relentless, like a heartbeat that won't stop. Then silence. Just Teeter's voice, rough and steady, cutting through the dark. You want me gone. You'll have to drag me out. The screen turns black, leaving only the echo of her words. Then the narrator returns, deep and final. At the 6,666, survival isn't given, it's taken. Text fades across the screen in bold letters, Yellowstone, 6,666, Episode 1, Teeter in Texas, coming soon. A single guitar chord twangs, sharp and haunting, as the trailer ends.